There's never been a better time to buy an inexpensive smartphone. Gone are the days of laggy, forgettable throwaways, replaced with powerful handsets that give even top-dollar devices a run for their money. Two such phones have been in the spotlight as of late, but which one is the best for you? Let's find out. I'm Hayato Huseman with Pocketnow, and this is the Alcatel OneTouch Idol 3 versus the ASUS Zenfone 2. The Idol 3 and the Zenfone 2 each feature a 5.5-inch 1080p display paired with an all-plastic construction and roughly the same footprint, but that's really where the similarities between the two phones end. The Idol 3 occupies part of its display with virtual buttons, whereas the Zenfone utilizes capacitive keys underneath to save space. I prefer my controls on screen personally, but this is all subjective. The Zenfone 2 goes to a greater length to emulate brushed metal, and even carries over the added heft of the material. At 170 grams and nearly 11 millimeters thick, this is a beefy phone. By contrast, the Idol 3 at 141 grams feels almost as if they had forgotten to install the battery. It's thin and lightweight without feeling cheap or fragile. Neither phone has the most exciting design we've seen, but each comes with its own charm. The Zenfone 2 features rear-mounted volume controls and a dual SIM layout underneath its removable backing that's absent from our Idol 3, though a dual SIM variant is available. The Idol 3 is backed by JBL for both the front-firing speakers and the phone's included earbuds, and despite the Zenfone's impressive looking grille on the back, there's no contest here. ASUS's speaker just sounds bad. It's quiet and horribly tinny, and it's wildly overpowered by the Idol 3's offering. The Idol 3 also brings a significantly better display. Both use IPS technology, but the Idol 3 has a more vibrant display that gets much brighter and is easier to see outdoors. When it comes to specs, it's important to note that both of these phones are available in different configurations, and we've been using the top-end model of each of them. With that in mind, the spec sheets on these phones make it hard to believe that they're each available for $300 or less. The Idol 3 is theoretically faster with its 8-core Snapdragon 615 chipset versus the Zenfone 2's quad-core Intel Atom offering, but ASUS packed a whopping 4 GB of RAM into its product, doubling that of Alcatel OneTouch. The software experiences provided by ASUS and Alcatel have a lot in common. Both feel a lot like stock Android with some added features that mostly benefit the user. Features like the Zenfone's themability or the Idol 3's fully rotatable interface. They're both terrifically fast and clean, a nice change from back when using similarly priced phones felt like pulling teeth. I like the Idol 3's miniature widgets like the weather app, and the Zenfone's ability to call down the notification shade with a swipe down from the home screen should be made standard on every Android phone. It's sort of a shame that neither of these phones has split screen functionality, especially when the Zenfone 2 is one of the only phones around with 4 GB of RAM. But then again, I'm just happy to see features like double tap to wake make its way to both devices. There's just one thing that seems to have mostly skipped the Idol 3, the bloatware. The Zenfone is packed full of excess apps, a lot of them from ASUS, and while it's nice that you can uninstall most of them, a cleaner selection in the first place like on the Idol 3 would have been better. So far, this comparison has been pretty well balanced, but that's about to change. Both phones have 13 megapixel primary cameras, but the Zenfone absolutely spanks the Idol 3 in the photo department. Colors are far more vivid on the Zenfone, and images turn out much sharper, though it's worth noting that this is exaggerated a bit by ASUS's over-sharpening. Still, the Zenfone more accurately exposes shots, and you can even use its super resolution mode to get a noticeably more detailed image. Bring the phones into low light, and the difference is further made clear. The Zenfone 2 is capable of taking some really great looking night shots, and its night mode shooting can make it even better, so long as you're okay with the longer shutter speeds and the lower output resolution. The Idol 3 on the other hand struggles to focus on a subject in poor lighting, and suffers from heavy digital noise. If selfies are more your style, the differences between the two cameras may not be quite as noticeable. Both front-facing cameras are actually pretty good, but again, the Zenfone's photos are significantly sharper and more detailed. As mentioned earlier, each of these devices is blazing fast in performance, making full use of their internals and pumping out flagship performance. They both run great for games, but the Idol 3's superior speakers and display definitely make it a more enjoyable device for media consumption. And here's the best part, both phones offer similarly great battery life too, with over 4 hours of screen on time, though the Zenfone is the only one of the two with a rapid charging solution, bringing the phone from 0 to 60 in roughly 40 minutes. If you're still undecided, it's probably because both of these phones are fantastic given their low price tags. In fact, even disregarding cost, the Zenfone 2 and the Idol 3 are fast and powerful, and they remind us that big brands aren't the only ones capable of making a great handset. In short, buy the Zenfone 2 if you want to take great pictures and change up the back every once in a while for some added flair. Buy the Idol 3 if you want a great screen and unbeatable speakers. I'd take the Idol 3 myself, given my preference towards audio quality, but regardless of which you choose, there's no doubt that you're getting your money's worth, and then some. If you like these phones, there's a whole lot more coverage on them both, starting with their full-length reviews. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more videos like this, and visit us at Pocketnow.com. This has been Hayato Huseman with Pocketnow. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.